Hogwarts Legacy 2 is in production at Warner Brothers Games. So off the top of my head, two things come to mind. One, this was to be expected and they already said they were going to do it, but now like it's official. And the second thing is, I could have sworn they said multiple, and by them I mean Warner Brothers Games, doubled down multiple times and said, we want to commit to the live service bullshit, which is why everyone was freaking out saying you had the best-selling game of last year, but you want to go all in on your dog shit Suicide Squad. In true Warner Brothers fashion, they change direction, change back, change. So let's just go ahead and get all the info of this, and then we'll break this down. So Hogwarts Legacy 2 is now in production at Warner Brothers Games, the studio confirmed on Tuesday. According to the report, the sequel to the best-selling game of 2023 is, quote, a very big priority. See, they can't make up their mind. For those at Warner Brothers. As far as what they focus on the next game will be, Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment President David Haddad says it will coordinate story elements with the upcoming HBO series. That right there is the most Disney Star Wars fucking sentence I've heard since the announcement of Disney Star Wars. We're going to take a game that's set way in the past and has nothing to do with the main Harry Potter series, but we're going to tie it in with our Harry Potter series of TV shows that's a reboot to the movies. That's Disney Star Wars in a fucking nutshell.
It also sounds like DC.
Yes, it does. He notes that the success of Hogwarts Legacy helped stroke confidence that the time was right to make a major Potter push. The rest of the company was very curious about what we helped to unlock Hogwarts Legacy last year, the report reads. The confirmation of a sequel being in production should come as no surprise to anyone. Hogwarts Legacy sold 24 million copies and was even called one of the biggest priorities by Warner Brothers Discovery CFO.
The tie into the HBO series, that's a massive red flag right there. Because they're going to rush the production of this now. Because I think that show's supposed to come out early 2026 or end of 2025. Because they've already started casting and pre-production.
Right. So I'm just confused. Yeah. I think this is also going to be a bit of a stain on the TV show. These things should have absolutely nothing to do with each other, apart from the fact they're set in the same universe as well. We're getting to the stage where the only thing that's not canon is the books.
And we've gone through this like attempt by companies to make their franchises like all interconnecting time and time again, with all the way back to like the 90s with Star Wars, The Shadows of the Empire entire series, where they expanded to books and all kinds of CDs and the video games and such, and where it's all expansive, all interconnected, and it just did not did not fly the way that they were expecting it. Marvel, they had somewhat of something going on with that, but there was still that level of disconnect. But now it's all you have to watch this, and that, so you can understand what's going on in the next movie. And that's been a failure for this. It's just surprising that companies haven't noticed that and are going through with their own franchises to have the same experience.
To be fair, this is Warner Brothers, so bad decisions is no surprise there.
Yeah, very true.
That's kind of what keeps them going, honestly. It's just the ability to fuck up yet anymore. I can't wait for like the 40th merger this fucking century. But here's the thing, like none of that stuff ever works. Having a franchise that is cross-medium, where the story is cross-medium, right? For example, like with the Marvel stuff, film and TV, let's just put that in one medium, right? That works, right? Because people who are going to watch a movie will also watch TV, right? That's the same audience you're going for. It's not like there's a different audience for film and TV at this point. It's the same. But then if you start being like, well, now in order to find out what happens to, fucking Black Panther, you got to go read a fucking novel, but it's the same character as in the movie. So all of a sudden when he shows up in the next movie, it's different, right? Now, Marvel kind of had that problem anyways with the TV shows, because people weren't watching the Disney Plus shows, and they'd be like, oh, Scarlet Witch is a bad guy now. That's okay. So it's even worse when you throw like video games in there. It's too much for people to deal with. People want to just be entertained. They don't want to have to become fucking autistic in order to understand the fucking timeline of your shit products.
Well, I saw SK in the chat brings up Halo. That's a good comparison. You could play the Halo games and it's a self-contained story. Yes, there's references and ties in with other shit, but if you just play the games, you're pretty much fine. But this says it's directly tying in and gonna, what is the quote here? With a storyline coordinated with the upcoming HBO Harry Potter series. So that means you're gonna have to do both to understand.
There needs to be a narrative dependency between one another for it to function properly, the way that they want it to, and it never comes out well, those things.
Which is also stupid, because the main selling point to the first game was, hey, it's before Harry Potter's time. Way before. It's even before Dumbledore's time, right? And that was like the cool entry of it, is like, okay, let's see it way in the past, right?